Hey guys, Jason Wilmot here, and in this video, we're going to talk about retargeting and how to set your retargeting funnels to autopilot so that you can fill your pipeline with trackable, predictable buyers. What I'm about to show you is based upon $50 million in client revenue, and I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on the exact funnel framework that I'm going to show you right now. So here's the deal. You have a funnel, whether you actually believe you have one or not, you do, right? Because where your funnel actually starts is your brand, and the whole purpose of your brand is to drive people to your website. And the purpose of your website is to present people with your call to action, and that leads to your offer. Now, here's the deal. When people look at your offer and they take you up on your offer, you need to be able to have proof baked into the system. Proof is one of those biggest components that a lot of people miss out on. In fact, it's the number one thing that people just don't have proof. And another struggle that people have is just like, well, how do I actually get qualified traffic into my funnel? Or the next stage of the funnel is like, okay, I can get traffic in, but for some reason they leave. How do I leverage retargeting systems to come, bring them back in, and ultimately opt into my funnel? So this is where most people get this wrong, okay? Most people, and like I can't blame them for this because I used to be the same way here. Where most people get this wrong is they just think like, I just need to get more people into my funnel, but that is a wrong way to think. You actually have to say, no, you have to think from the bottom of the funnel up, because think about this. Where is the money in your funnel? Where's the profit in your funnel? Where's the growth in your funnel? It's always at the bottom. It's the sales. So let's start our thinking there. We need to program our funnel actually from the bottom up. And I want to show you exactly how to do this. So here's the deal. What I'm about to show you, and like I said, I've done this time and time again, but this is a testimonial from Matt. I helped this business go from $14 million to $24 million in just 1 year using the system that I'm about to show you. So I'm not going to hold back. Here we go. So if you're over here on the left, right, if you're trading your time, money, and energy and your mental bandwidth and you don't have this proof component or you don't know how to send in qualified leads, what I would suggest to you is there is a better way. There is something that is trackable, predictable, and automated on the other side. And basically what this is results on autopilot. And the question is, would you rather be here? And so I hope your answer is yes, and if it is, we'll just kind of continue on. So here's the deal. Step one, what we need to do in step one is actually map your funnel. You need to actually think about, what does my funnel look like? But what most businesses or most marketers or most teams are missing are these endpoints, they're conversions. So what we need to do in this case is actually build out things called thank you pages. And we associate these thank you pages in our Google Analytics. That is the proof that we need in order to, start making decisions. But that's not it, okay? Or that's not all, I should say. So step two is where we start to use Google Tag Manager and this unique tracking system. So what we're trying to do is we're actually trying to connect clicks all the way down to customers or conversions. And the way that we do that is through a universal tracking system based upon these things called UTMs. And if you click through them, I'm going to show you how to do all of this, by the way, guys. And so, yes, we use Google Analytics and Google Tag Manager in order to accomplish this. So step number 3 is this. We have to start building retargeting and remarketing systems. Now, this is not retargeting campaigns. This is audience segmentation. So what you're trying to do here is you're deploying pixels and tags. So if somebody comes to your website, you're banking them so that you can go put your ads back in front of them on several different platforms. And this kind of all is housed in Google Tag Manager as well. So the illustration on your screen shows like when people come to your website, they kind of pass through the backend. And that's where Google Tag Manager is deployed. And no, this is not hard to do. And yes, I'll show you how to do this if you click through. And that allows you to start banking and building audiences. Now, here's the fun part, right? Here is the best part, right? You are going to leverage paid ads automation. And what I mean by that is this, like we can go several layers into this, but you want to use paid ads for this because I've got nothing against organic content. I love creating organic content. I've got YouTube channels. I put out content practically every day. However, there's nothing that beats retargeting ads because they're programmed to be displayed when people leave your website or hop on their device, hop on their phone, hop on their computer, start browsing. Maybe they sit in front of their TV and they turn on YouTube. That is where you can program this machine to work on your behalf. So basically it's this, you want to put your ads first in front of the people who visited your website that displayed intent, but they didn't convert. And think about it this way. what you want to do is you want to actually spend money where it matters. So we're going to maximize your ad budget by spending money on those most likely to convert. The people who've already been to your website, who've checked you out, who are looking around, but for some reason they didn't hit that thank you page. And that's the way that we think about this. This is the logic, and I'll present you with that if you click through and sign up. What we're going to do is we're going to learn how to think about how to, kick people out of the funnel if they actually do convert, and then spend the money on the people who are most likely to convert. So on top of that, though, what you're going to learn how to do is build in this attribution and conversion window. Like, how long should I be retargeting people? How long should I put ads in front of them? How much is it going to cost me, right? This is going to show you how to identify your cost per lead and then identify your cost per client and customer. So here's the beautiful part. If you know what a client is worth to you, if you know what a lead is worth to you, and then you can follow the math all the way through, yes, you can understand how much money you're putting into the system, understand how many leads are coming from that, and then it should be profitable on the other side. If it's not profitable, then there's something wrong with your funnel, right? But if you can push all of these metrics in, guys, this is where the internet starts working on your behalf. There's no more guessing in this game, okay? So step number 5, and by the way, guys, notice I have not talked once about getting more people into your funnel. In step 5, we're still not going to. And so here's the deal, I guess on step 4. Basically, if people come to your website and they leave, you are going to leverage platforms to bring them back to your website. I'm going to show you exactly what I would suggest using. So I'd start with Facebook. Well, I'll show you here in a second. So basically, here's the illustrations here. So if people view your offer and they leave, well, guys, just stick them right back on that page. Or you can stick them right back on your website. Or, you don't even have to re-engage them on their or stick them back on your website. You can just put something back in front of them online to just keep you top of mind. And what I would suggest is lead with Facebook and Instagram. It's the easiest spot to start. And if you click through, I'm going to show you how to set up your Facebook and Instagram campaigns. So you're going to program it out to say, hey, days 1 and 2 or 3 through 5 or 6 through 10. Like, you can program it to kind of display these ads on different days, and you're kind of switching things up. That's the best part about all of this. It doesn't have to be some generic message placed in front of everybody. You can program this to work for you. And then from there, you should layer on Google display ads. There's great reason to use those. YouTube ads are insanely effective, insanely cheap to actually leverage. And then you can use also native ads and a lot of other platforms on top of that, but we're not going to get into that in this. So here's the other deal, though. This is step 5, and here's the problem that I see. When people opt into your funnel, that is not the close. And we're all familiar with this phrase that time kills deals. So what we need to do between the opt-in and the close is we actually have to do this thing called lead warming. So step 5 is actually a process of warming up your leads with automated email. So we should always lead with email because we've captured their email and we can kind of just drip out these emails to these individuals. But another really cool part about paid ads is we can layer in these paid ads by layering in testimonials or more education to kind of help them along, like I said. So what would this look like? Well, it means if they opt in, they get an email on day 1 and then, staggered throughout the days, and then kind of you're weaving paid ads in front of these individuals as well. So this is the greatest part about all of this. You're warming these people up. Like, you've already spent your time, your money, and your energy getting these people into your funnel. They opt in, great. Now warm them up and use automated systems to keep them warm in between the opt-in and the close. Okay, so here's the deal. This is the fun part, right? Once you have this machine, once you have this trackable, predictable, automated machine that generates results on autopilot for you, that's when you can start layering in qualified traffic. And I show you how to do all of these steps, by the way. So when you have your proof baked in, when you can connect clicks to customers, when you have audience segmentation, when you have retargeting automation, when you have lead warming, all of the components, that is when you're ready for new traffic. Because when one person just enters into your funnel, you have all of these systems working on your behalf. It means you can go do something else. You're not sweating it if somebody leaves. You can use, traditional marketing. You can use paid ads marketing. You can use organic marketing. You can use in real life marketing to get people to your website. And then once they do that, all of this magic kind of just works on your behalf. And that is why I love leveraging automation and systems and paid ads and all of these things, because they're trackable. Like I said, they're predictable and they're automated. Don't get me wrong. I love writing blogs. I like putting out YouTube content, but Organic content like that cannot be programmed to be put in front of somebody the second they get onto a device. And that's why we have to leverage paid ads. So here's the deal, guys. This is what I would encourage you to do. I have a paid mini workshop called Retargeting IQ. You should click through and sign up for it right now. It is a $27 paid mini workshop. It's going to take you 2.5 hours or less to set your retargeting funnels to autopilot. And that way you can fill your funnel with trackable, predictable buyers. And what you're seeing on your screen here are testimonials. You know, the testimonial from Luke, I would love for you to watch this, because what I did was, I can't take credit for this, but like I worked with Luke's team, and when I started working with them, they were spending a couple $1,000s on paid ads. Now, to date, I kid you not, they're spending well over $125,000 profitably every single month. Why? It's because they know when they spend money on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, they can track it all the way through, and they know that it yields way more money on the other side. So this is what I would encourage you to do. I have a paid mini workshop, like I just said, called Retargeting IQ. It's going to get you started on this. It's going to help you with stages 1, 2, and 3, and partially 4. You're going to learn how to set up your Google Analytics. You're going to learn how to map your funnel. You're going to know how to connect your clicks to your customers, build out all of your audience segmentation, and then get retargeting funnels up and running on Facebook. This is what we're talking about. You're going to have proof, you're going to have tracking, and you're going to have retargeting. I'm going to show you how to do all of this for $27, and it requires 2.5 hours of your time. And no, guys, you don't have to be some tech guru. You don't have to be some pro when it comes to marketing. You don't have to have experience when it comes to paid ads. I'm going to walk you through this. And then from here, what I would encourage you to do, and like I got a little too excited. What I should say is I'm going to show you how to get started on Facebook and Instagram. If you want to learn beyond that, I have another program for you called Funnel Accelerator. But what I would suggest is start with Retargeting IQ, because you're going to leverage Facebook and Instagram, and there's reasons why we start there. And then when you're ready to take the next step, when you're ready to, start putting Google display ads in front of individuals, or native ads, or YouTube ads, or learn more about SEO, or learn more about search, like I have all of those systems baked into this. But like you just saw, there's a systematic approach that I take to all of this, and that is the way that I teach you in Funnel Accelerator. However, I'm not asking you to jump into Funnel Accelerator right now. What I am going to ask you to do is hop into Retargeting IQ, guys. I think you're going to find it extremely beneficial, and like I said, you can complete this in 2.5 hours or less. So there it is, folks. Go ahead, click through, sign up for my Retargeting IQ mini workshop, and I will see you on the other side. All right, adios, guys. Bye.